What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Streets of Improvement video where I speak about my journey through Street Fighter 6, improving as a player and overall documenting the journey and process. So today we're going to be talking about safe moves. Now, to be very honest with you, I did not understand what being safe, the term safe in fighting games really meant, and overall how you went about achieving that until I went into the Discord and I observed certain things and I was obviously coached a bit. And now I think I'm ready to tackle this topic a bit more. So for me, I thought being safe meant constantly remaining plus. Now, for Luke, for Ed in this situation, he's only got about 3 means of being plus. So we have obviously this on block, which is actually at 4 frames. We have the SA level 2, which allows Luke to be minus 80 frames. So you can clearly see from that position, we can remain plus. And then on block, if it is that you land a Psycho Flicker, Ed is 4 frames plus. Now, because of that, clearly you could see we cannot constantly remain plus when playing this game. So we have to rely on safe moves, safe options, and overall a better game plan that would keep us from, losing our turn. So what I want to now explain, because what I've now come to understand, is the concept of being safe, especially when it's on block. We're not talking about when you actually get a hit in and you have frame advantage. So as you can see, this move is -1 frame. I'm at -1 and I leave my opponent at +1. A matter of fact, this jab right here leaves me -3, meaning that my opponent has a frame advantage on me. However, this move is safe, and let me explain why. So I've set up in the block reversal for Luke to use his crouching light punch. And I'm also going to put him in a crouch stance to further demonstrate also why we can't always keep advantage. So remember this move that left us at +4, it cannot hit crouching opponents. But here we have Luke, who is about to gain the frame advantage, but we can still block. And that is because his fastest move is 4 frames of startup. Meaning, I don't know why I'm not blocking. Meaning that when we do this, because of the fact that, yes, we're at a frame disadvantage, but because we could basically instantly block on frame 1, his move will connect with us the moment we block. Or could even play it even more safer, and we try to parry, and we get a perfect parry, and then look at that, we're at 10 frames of advantage. Meaning that while he attempted to take back his turn, maybe he was gonna do some mashing, probably do crouching into DP, we solidified keeping our turn safe simply because we kept ourselves safe. So this safe string allows us to actually defend. We could just hold back, we could just parry because we've got enough time to start that. Parry starts up frame 1. So the moment when we're actually at 0, when we can't do anything because our moves still have the startup frames that have to come with it, we could actually parry and prevent Luke from trying to take back his turn. Now, overall, that kind of falls apart when you have some of your best damaging tools or combo starters like this one, for example, end at 8 frames negative. Let me just show you that without Luke reacting. So I'm at -8 frames because of that, leaving Luke at 8 frames advantage. Now what can happen is that I can mitigate the amount of frame disadvantage I have. So I can do this, which leaves me at -5. So I canceled out that move in order to get to -5. Now let me show you why this also is safe despite being -5 and Luke having that 4 frame move. Now safe also speaks to distance, because when I do this, Luke reacts with that punch, but he cannot hit me due to the amount of space that was created between us. Therefore, he would have to use either a better poke, which he has options to select. Maybe he might want to use his crouching kick, or perhaps he may want to go into medium punch or so. But the distance between us, this basically eliminates his option to do that. So therefore, I made myself safe. Now, if it was in the corner, let me show you what happens. Because I was not pushed back, a matter of fact, I was pushed back, but Luke was not pushed back because his back is already against the wall, it is no longer a safe move. But there's a big complaint that happens in a lot of fighting games where they feel like people just remain safe too much. They pelt out unsafe moves, and then all of a sudden they could do something and then they make themselves safe. Well, that's kind of the point. You kind of want to have defensive abilities, but it must come at a cost. So I can understand if you're frustrated with something not basically having any repercussions to the person using it, but we could actually make this situation safe for Luke. And it's actually very simple how we go about doing that, because we're gonna spend some of our bar to make ourselves safe. So the drive meter is not only a strong offensive tool, but it is a strong defensive tool. As we know, that's how we get our parries, that's how we get everything running in terms of drive reversal. But certain moves change in terms of properties. So for example, we know that this does not keep me safe. I cannot even block if I do that. Let me try to hold back. I held back, it was not working. However, by ODing it, I can make myself safe. I can hold back, I recover in time to parry, and potentially this now leaves me at 2 frames of advantage, at which I can go in, probably try my best to take back my turn, but essentially it makes me safe in order to probably get that momentum going again, preventing my opponent from getting their turn. Same thing goes here. You see, you want to always keep yourself safe, or essentially play and mitigate the amount of risks that you may take when you are fighting. Now, let me show you a next example of this happening. This move, very negative again. You know, if it is done, I'm essentially in a negative spot. However, ODing it leaves me at -3. So therefore, I can take back my turn. And you see what happens now is that you have a plethora of moves that Luke can use and access essentially safe tactics. But it's also a case where that is potentially an option for us too. Here's something. If somebody kind of predicts this, you could change the properties of your moves to basically go through. Maybe they have been breaking your grabs, but they want to jab in that moment, so you can take it back by making that move safe because it gains invincibility on that startup. So essentially, guys, you've got to go through your character tools, and if you see something that is -3, trust and believe it's probably safe, because there is no move in the game that's faster than 4 frames. Therefore, you can recover in time, you can block in time, and overall keep yourself safe and keep your turn safe. But that's all I want to discuss with you all today. I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope you've got a better understanding of what it means to be safe, and overall, maybe you can now start being safe in Street Fighter 6. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, stay gaming.